any, if I'm not going to learn, I might as well get some muscle mass out of it.
That might help you learn even faster, like that incentive. Like, my arms are tired. I do not want to do this 12 push-ups.
See, and that is absolutely true in theory. in reality, that has not happened yet.
Commentating is definitely a good thing for you. You'll learn a lot about the game that way. I feel like once you start playing the game more, that's when you'll really start to get it.
Certainly worked for me thus far. I mean,
yeah.
I believe next week would be my my 50th event.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
been here almost a year.
Almost a year, man. It's crazy, I know. But and just want to thank this family for taking me in and allowing me the room to
I still remember the first time you were here.
I was awful.
Still remember the first time you were here. I was like, who is this guy? I was like, they were like, oh, he's a wrestling announcer. I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah, I came here to preview the venue for Splatoon commentary.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I got into esports for Splatoon. So.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. You were saying like you wanted to give back to Nintendo for all they've given you.
Yeah. I get the feeling that Spiro is going to go for Lucina.
Yeah, this is actually a run back we saw in winners. Spiro took it 2 over. Oh, he's going Inkling.
Wait, what?
Because, like I said, it was a very frustrating matchup for Enzo in winners.
I didn't know he had an Inkling.
He did. He's pulled it out against Juice and actually taken games from Juice with this Inkling. Like, it's a very solid secondary. You just never see it.
Hold up, Lucina. You got to go up against Agent 3. The town and city we go for game number 1. This is loser semifinals. So, and the thing is that I guess he might as well go Inkling here with game number 1. Because even if he loses, he still has 2 games to work with. This is best of 5 territory.
This is also a good counter pick just based on character. Also, how'd that not hit? Anyways, I feel like Inkling does really well against Lucina.
I would agree. It's just, I mean, this is a character that if you do not get those confirms with Roller, this is a character that can develop some serious arthritis, and that's something that I feel like Enzo is very cognizant of.
Enzo is a creative player. He will find a way to kill you.
It's true. I mean, the reason that Enzo had notoriety for the past month and a half or so, beautiful Dolphin Slash to get that kill. But he found a creative way to get those kills off of Dark Matter in that loser's final set where he got kills at 30-30, and indeed that game 5, the shield break on the ledge at 0, getting him the steal of the steal of a lifetime, basically.
Not quite the confirmed window that'll kill, but still good damage. That 130 here. Oh, this is the F tilt.
So I can definitely see why. Oh, beautiful Dolphin Slash. Is that going to confirm? Not quite yet.
Good low recovery. Really utilizing Inklings.
That probably wasn't going to happen at 49%, granted. But it's still, I mean, you got to make that recovery. And getting back against Lucina.
He went so hard.
Oh,
he went so hard for that.
Yeah, you know what? That's what happens. You overextend, you get your head cut off, and indeed, Spiro doing the job as himself.
You don't want Inkling on even stocks with you, even if you have the lead, because she'll just blow you up. He has no jump. Oh, I love the attempt on that downer. Also, wall jump back. Yeah, he's just playing super creatively, mixing up his disadvantage and advantage way more than you'd expect from, Inkling, kind of a bread and butter kind of character.
And yeah, that forward air is going to take stock number 2.
Oh my gosh, reads the neutral attack.
That jab.
It's such a good jab. And now he has ink on him, and we could see...
I mean, he could go for the kill, but he needs to get him into the air first if he wants to...
Oh, that's a roller. That's enough
up air.
Oh, he dashed too far. You actually want to get, the frontal hitbox, and that'll combo into the strong hit.
I mean, that's what happens. You're trying to get that tech. You're trying to get out of rollers so fast. Sometimes your thumb is going to hit that control stick, and indeed, up smash was not going to kill off of the top, but indeed, that the sides of Town and City so short. Good enough for F-tilt from Lucina to kill, and good enough for Spiro to take the lead 1-0.
Definitely caught his DI off guard, for sure. I feel like Enzo should try the Pokemon Trainer again. I feel like all those games were super close. And, the matchup's definitely winnable. It's just very annoying.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But that was a stage that was tailor-made for Lucina, especially, I mean, yeah, obviously, of course, Inkling has those kill options off to the side as well, but I mean, that is, you have the bear that's going to confirm those kills. Of course, you're going to kill with F smash once or twice.
Yeah.
Or you're going to try to anyway. Very much easier said than done getting those kills from neutral. You need to set up those aerials, generally speaking.
Sticking with it. I respect it, for sure.
Well, I mean, what other option? Because you've got to feel like Spiro got the download on the Pokemon Trainer, and you know that Villager isn't going to work against Swords, generally speaking. So you kind of have to stick with something that works, something that can get dash grabs, something that can potentially rush down Lucina and wrest control of the match, not letting Lucina dictate the pace of play as much.
Absolutely. Jeez. Okay, so we see this is a good spot. No roll in from Spiro. That new tech where you can roll behind people while they're rapid jabbing your shield.
And that neutral air, it is actually harder than it looks to connect with that Inkling neutral air.
It is, but when you do connect it, it leads to so much.
Yeah, you can get some pretty decent combos off of it at early percentage.
It's all about
you do need to work for it though.
It's all about the timing. You could do 2 in 1 short hop, so it's oh my gosh, that's
beautiful.
That was just a good example of option coverage. He knew that there was only one option that would get a nudie out of there alive.
And Spiro, you can tell that his commitment to this game has increased tenfold. And again, as you mentioned, barely making the Philadelphia PR. He's the 11th person on a 15-person PR, but now with his results as of late,
they're showing up because they saw the spot on the PR and they're like, okay, this is a new game. I gotta work for this. And then they are sure bringing it to the table, which we all knew they were capable of. Yeah, this is actually a bit of like old guard versus like the newer, like.
Oh yeah.
Because like Enzo, not necessarily a new player, but very new to like the top, like upper echelons of the Philadelphia scene.
He won the second to last Arcadian.
He did.
Yeah.
And that was really when Enzo started like showing up to more Philly stuff. He realized, hey, I'm good at this game. I should go to these tournaments.
Yeah,
once you make enough money from the one big tournament, you're just like, I should do that again.
I mean, he finished in the money in tournaments before in Smash 4. In fact, the week after he made he won the Arcadian, he made back-to-back grand finals at We Bear Bears.
Yeah, he's always been a super solid player. It's just a matter of attendance, honestly.
And he's and now he's at the number 4 spot on the Philadelphia PR. However,
for good reason too.
Yeah. However, Spiro around that time when he won the Arcadian was number 3, so he has yet to ascend to the heights that Spiro has. However, Spiro trying to climb his way back up and get to where Enzo is.
Not in this game.
So now
this is a very intense last hit on this second stock here. Whoever takes this stock is like in a pretty big advantage.
You can tell. I mean, Enzo just trying to get to the middle of the stage. However, when you're at that percentage, you're going to get killed off at the top. So now he finally gets center stage control. Of course, Spiro has something to say about that.
Super important. This is best of 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, nice. That was good. That was good coverage there.
Couldn't get the follow-up on it, however, and Dolphin Slash, such a good option out of shield in a game that simply does not have that many, and the down air, beautiful, and as beautiful as it was brutal, and indeed, that Lucina.
He really got that. I mean, Inkling, one of the hardest recoveries to snipe in the game, and then I'm pretty sure that move is like a 1-frame window to spike.
Yeah. Oh, 1 frame?
It was in Smash 4. I'm not sure about this game, but somebody in the chat, you should confirm that for me. That was just incredible.
Well, I mean, you can hit Inkling upon recovery at some juncture. I mean, not upon startup, and obviously it has that hitbox upon landing. That does catch. It catches a lot more people than you would think.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a shame for.
Is he going to go to the trainer is what I want to know.
I get the feeling that he will, and I think that we're going to be seeing a lot of Squirtle play if he does, because he does still need that speed. He needs that combo ability, but he needs something to set up for that Ivysaur to get those kills
Yeah.
that he's just missing with Inkling.
Yeah, I agree. Squirtle is actually really good at in this particular matchup. Oh, interesting. He doesn't go with his normal color either. He goes with the female trainer.
Interesting indeed. Well, I mean, we don't have to worry about that voice, so that's a good thing for us. However,
Yes, I do not like the male trainer voice.
however, Spiro has a lot to worry about with that
Wow,
Squirtle,
he really
but
couldn't shield grab that.
he does not want to wait for that Squirtle to get any sort of momentum going. He wants to take the fight right to that thing.
As soon as he gets one grab, though, this game's pretty much even.
No, you're absolutely right. The
That's
aerial
it.
ability.
That's the even.
I mean, yeah, you called it. Got 29% off of it. Indeed,
39.
more to come. Squirtle, not too bad at the mid-range percentages either. You gotta wonder when that switch to Ivysaur will be coming. Spiro playing much more cautiously.
Oh my gosh. We're at the jump to the ledge on it, but like, it was just a well-timed jump to ledge, I guess you could say. Oh, that's a. Okay, no, that air dive's sweet spotted. That was really good.
And what I do appreciate about this is the fact that, I mean, Pokemon Trainer is a character, and I think that you know this. You can be aggressive with it, but it allows you to be a little bit more passive as well, because
it really allows you to mix it up. Yeah, for sure.
And Inkling, yes, obviously you're playing a fast-paced game, but you almost kind of have to. You can't really afford to sit and rest on your laurels, otherwise you just get beat up.
Back throw, that might be it.
Oh, not quite yet.
Very good. Oh my gosh, you missed an air.
Beautiful DI from Spiro.
Oh, that's
Stay alive, but that up air is unforgiving.
Yeah. I love that move personally, but I know that a lot of people have their gripes with it.
Yeah,
very good move.
I don't play
nice
Pokemon
read.
Trainer, so I don't like that move. So
most people would agree with you. Oh, nice save the jump. Okay. Oh my gosh. Just let's jump down there. I like it. That's actually, now that I think about it, that's an interesting thing to note. On this stage, if you do let's jump down there, you'll land on that platform, so it's kind of safe. I didn't really think about that before.
This is a pretty good counter pick, just in terms of stage.
Down
by Enzo.
Oh,
beautiful
nice.
down air, and indeed sends him down just far enough to where Dolphin Slash can't save Spiro.
If he tech jumped, he probably could have lived that, but it's hard to like. Well, first off, that's exactly what I'm talking about with the Spiro. Oh my God!
Vine Whip.
He held out. Oh, the annuity or the Enzo edge guard. Oh
God, I love that that's a thing now.
Yeah, I love that Wishes makes that his tag. It's so funny.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah, like at like a bunch of the New Jersey like big tournaments, it was just like Enzo edge guard, but it couldn't all fit, so he had to leave out the E.
That's still
down
that still makes me so happy.
Yeah. And he's crossing up every time he does an air. It's super good.
Oh, that is just...
That was a clinic. That was just good Ivysaur play. And Squirtle. He just played that so well.
That was a JV3. I mean, you use your two best Pokemon. That's what you do. And he had a game plan, and he executed near flawlessly.
Yeah.
And that puts him right back into this set. However, he's got to win 2 straight games if he wants to keep his tournament hopes alive and facing Yoda Cage in losers finals. So
Spiro, definitely somebody I see as like a real gatekeeper for like the Philadelphia scene. Like if you want to get to winner or to finals or grand finals, you have to get through Spiro. And he's always just like, he's so consistent, and he's like, he's not gonna lose to you unless you super earn it. Like, so Enzo definitely has an uphill battle, but I know he can do it.
He's not one to just drop games. You really do have to wrest them away from him.
Yes.
And that was well earned by Enzo, should be noted. I feel like the people at home saw that, but I'm sorry, you were saying something.
No, I was done.
Oh,
I was
fair
pretty
enough.
much done.
Well, either way, Enzo far from done here. Or so he says, going right back to the skin, but we're going cruising for game number 4 now. How does this? What's Spiro's thinking here, going with Lilac Cruise?
Just like Smash 4 too. It was a very good Lucina stage. Platforms are really good height for her to just shark you with those up tilts. And in general, Lucina just loves keeping people on platforms, extending her juggles with that. So I definitely agree with this pick.
However, there was no Squirtle to have to deal with. There was no Ivysaur, Vine Whip, and Razor Leaf to have to deal with. So how does Enzo negotiate this? Because, I mean, it's not the biggest stage in the world, but at the same time, it still affords him plenty of room to maybe deal with that Lucina rush back.
Oh, good. I like that he fought his way back to the stage there, because Spiro's definitely waiting for an option, and he was going to fair him into the last one.
At 124%, the switch to Ivysaur. He needs
Down
this
air.
kill now,
Oh my God.
and he was looking for it now with that down air. Oh my.
Nice. That's like, that is just a Spiro. Like, his out of field game's so solid because of his reaction time.
Yeah, and the fact that he hits that so consistently out of shield, I thought he was going to go the exact opposite way.
Yeah. Forward throw, we'll
and
see an air. Yep. Good catch. Wow. Spiro held so far out thinking that Enzo would not go for it, and Enzo proved him wrong.
Oh, absolutely. No, they don't allow chumps at Temple, man. You got to have nerves of steel.
I really like the way Enzo's getting off the ledge. I'm actually paying a lot of attention to that, because I feel like getting off the ledge is kind of hard sometimes, but he's like super good at just getting to that platform and making it safe by like covering himself with an aerial.
Enzo doing a good job of not taking his foot off of the gas pedal, losing that stock to the back air. However, piling him all the way up to 70% on the back or the stomach or the feet. I don't know how the turtle's the fastest thing, basically, of Squirtle.
I was asked this question once, I forget by who, but is he a squirrel turtle? Because like if you look at his tail, he looks like a squirrel and a turtle at the same time, and that's he's Squirtle.
Oh. That is weird. No.
just next time Squirtle's on the screen, just look at his tail. Look at how he looks. He's kind of like a squirrel turtle.
I'm gonna ask Chia to bar you from commentary. Now Enzo maintaining that stage control, trying to get that down air, and indeed he does. And no, you can turn it back up. It's okay. My oh my, but putting that Lucina on mute certainly was Enzo. I mean, just hit the power button on that second stock straight up.
Oh wow!
Oh,
hit that tech.
I mean, that's a pretty tough one to hit though, especially at that percentage. And
dude, I'm not crazy. Look at that tail.
Diamond Street builds champion, says Nana from Ghana, and I'm inclined to agree. I mean, hey, Diamond Street, home of the Blue Horizon, rest in peace.
Oh no, this is bad spot for Spiro. Oh, that's it. Wow, he really charged that for so long.
Razor Leaf trying to keep Spiro at bay. Spiro trying to measure out his approach. Not finding much of anything. Enzo will get the throw, however.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Holds on to
man.
the ledge. You lose your ledge invincibility the higher percentage.
You're getting down air.
Yeah.
That Ivysaur is not going to hesitate to down air you.
Game 5.
Yeah, and now it's all of a sudden it's game 5. This looked like it was Spiro's set from beginning to end, but then all of a sudden the Pokemon trainer comes out. Enzo, I mean, right up against the ropes. I mean, speaking of the boxing references, but he's coming out swinging, and all of a sudden taking these games off of the former number 3 in Philadelphia, now number 11 on the PR, trying to maintain his place. Really trying to maintain his form. However, this would be a demoralizing loss if he were to lose this, and we are indeed going cruising again for Game 5. He wants to run back.
Back throw, yep, for safe control.
So what is it in particular that you see Enzo doing so well with Pokemon Trainer? What is Spiro not adjusted to?
Enzo is just he's taking his opportunities and advantage really well, and I feel like I don't know, like he's just the way Enzo plays is so different. He utilizes all of the options that the trainer has at his disposal. It's kind of just not normal for him. Yeah, he just read that spot dodge.
like Squirtle up smash.
Yes. Like he just no trainer would have stayed on Squirtle that long. Like, he got so much mileage on him. I mean, trainers would have still stayed Squirtle, but just the way he plays, it's just super solid all around.
Oh, spot dodge. He realized he was going for back throw there.
Absolutely. Almost every Ivysaur player in the world would have gone for that grab there.
Oh, looking for
That's
the
it.
Flare Blitz. That's the first time that we've really even seen
that's it.
any Charizard offense. And he spends it on the roll of the dice.
And
I guess he had some room with which to work. He can get this kill.
It's hard to play Charizard against Lucina, so that's definitely why we haven't been seeing it. So this is game 5. The loser gets 4.
I mean, you used to see people like the great Gonzalez in Smash 4 back when he was playing Ness. He would just stand at the ledge and let people roll into him, and he would get that back throw seemingly for free. So good at playing that mind game. But now as we see Enzo trying to adapt that, or adopt that, I should say.
It can work to extent. It's just the way Gons does it, he's not like antsy with his grabs. He waits until he knows he's going to grab you. Enzo kind of just ran up there and tried to grab, and it was just a little bit too obvious.
And he's trying to go low on shield with that back air. But again, Enzo just not giving it to him whatsoever. He's not been giving him a lot in neutral, but just as I say that, Enzo down to his last stock. And Spiro sitting at only 31%. All of a sudden, he seems to have settled in.
Yeah. He's adjusted to the matchup. And you can't help but think that Enzo right now is thinking, if only I didn't go Inkling those first 2 games. Because if he didn't go Inkling, this set would be like technically 2-0 in his favor.
And to Ivysaur he goes. He wants to get that kill early in any way that he possibly can. However, he can't do it if he's being kept in disadvantage like this CodeName.
Yes, Spiro adjusted to the matchup really well. He realized that he can keep Ivysaur in disadvantage pretty well as Lucina, so he's just doing a much better job now. Wow. He just called out that roll.
Oh, trying to get the poke. But not finding it. Vine Whip, and all of a sudden, Spiro in trouble. F Smash will make him pay, and this is a last stock situation. However, Enzo with a bit of a hill to climb.
Yes, but Ivysaur in particular can get, this is big damage.
Beautiful. A series of up airs, getting him all the way to 50%, 56%,
that was
now 64.
That was such an ideal punish. He went for the falling up air.
Oh my goodness. Is he about to do this, CodeName?
He is down. He is at percent for a down throw to up air.
Oh. And he's teasing that down air. It's like, I can kill you whenever I want. He's trying to get in Spiro's head. However, the back air gets him into disadvantage. Can he make it back? Vine Whip.
Oh my gosh. What? Oh,
Razor Leaf. Trying to zone him out just a little bit. However, he needs to get back down, and indeed does.
Oh my gosh, he tried to read a jump.
Forward air zones him out. Can he shut the door on Enzo's tournament hopes? Indeed he will with the Dolphin Slash. Spiro survives 3-2.
That's where his reaction time comes into play. It's just like he was like, is he gonna neutral get up? He saw it, and then he's like, yes he did. And then he just up beat.
Absolutely clutch from Spiro, and indeed that early advantage that he took in game number 5 paying dividends. But there was Enzo was never one to quit, and you see the look on his face. He gave it everything that he had. That isn't a look of exasperation, but that is the look of, frankly, a champion in the making. Sometimes you got to take your licks, and indeed he did in that game number 5. Spiro survives a test, and that was a test, not just of gameplay, but of will, CodeName, to make it into losers final.
It's hard. Like, when you're about to get reverse 3-0, you're just like, oh no. Because, like, when you lose the first game, you're like, okay, I'm still up 3-1. And then you lose the second game, you're like, wait, this big lead I just built for myself is just gone. We're on even playing ground now. It's anybody's game. So it can be really hard to come back to that Game 5 win after 2 losses in a row. But Spiro just stayed strong, adapted really well, and got the job done. So